So one of the cool things about fishing up here on the Hooch, this is the Chattahoochee River about 10 minutes outside of Helen, is this all public access. You guys can go anywhere you want to go, not a bunch of trespassing signs. It's public, you know? And the better part is they've made it really easy for you to enjoy these areas by stuff like this. Okay, so you're gonna walk your way down. Be careful, there's some of these steps are old. Watch out for that one, of course. But you're gonna walk your way down, and it makes it easy for you to access the river, whether you're a first-time angler or somebody that's been here a long time. And then you take a look this way and look at the amount of holes that are here. Beautiful big water that's stocked every single week from March, we believe, all the way through August, maybe into July, depending on what kind of water flows they have. But we're gonna show you how good fishing can be just outside the hustle and bustle in Atlanta and in Helen.
There it is.
Let's hope it's a brook, because if it's a rainbow, that is a brook. It holds true, folks. Brook trout love garlic salmon egg firebait. There's your proof right there. Another one.
I think that's a little brook. Thank you.
Double.
Double.
Looks like another brook. Whew. My gosh. So just take a look at the colors on these North Georgia brook trout. Pretty incredible.
Here we are today. We got this nice pool in front of us, and we're using garlic salmon egg firebait. So I'm going to show you what my rig is here. This size 14 Pautzke fire hook. Then about just above the hook, I got two small BB split shots, and about a foot up, I got another split shot to keep it down because it is a floating bait. And then quite a few more foot up, I got a fire float because this hole is very deep. So now I'm going to show you how to put it on the hook here. Just take a very small amount, just enough to cover the hook. Ball it up on the hook, just like that. There you go.
So I've got a pretty good hunch about what's about to happen here. He's been using nothing but garlic salmon egg firebait. We already caught 9 brookies on it. He just switched to premium salmon eggs. He's gonna catch a rainbow. Trust me on this. Matter of fact, Troy's on here with what appears to be another brook trout. There's a lot of brook trout in here right now.
On peach garlic.
He's using peach garlic firebait. So there's one. Another brookie right there. And get ready, because that bobber just went down. And he made me a liar. That is another brook trout. That's a nicer brook trout too.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna meet his cousin. And folks, that's why we come to the Chattahoochee River. Got him. That's a rainbow. Pretty interesting how, settle down, buddy.
So here we are. You saw me earlier using garlic salmon egg fire bait. Well, now I switched to premium salmon eggs, and I'm running that pretty much the same way I was with the fire bait. About half a foot up, I got 2 little split shots. And then about 2 more foot up, I got 1 split shot, and then the fire float.
All right, so Tristan just switched over. That is a fireworm, and I believe that is a peach fireworm. Is that correct?
Yep.
He's got it fished on a jig head, and you're fishing on a jig head. Why?
I'm fishing on a jig head to give a different presentation because these fish are used to seeing everything else. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit and see if we can't get one for you.
All right, so hold on, I'm gonna back up and he's gonna pitch and I'm gonna see how quickly I can get in focus. God, I couldn't even do it again. Oh my gosh. That's unreal. All right, here we go. He's gonna fix the jig head. So hold on a second. Why don't you take that worm off and show everybody how you rig it. That's a fireworm, folks. That's a peach fireworm on a jig head. And he's gonna re-show you how he does this. It's on there so good, it doesn't want to hook himself. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Action, take it over, Tristan.
So I'm gonna show you how to rig this peach fireworm today. I'm fishing on just a very small jig head. You start at the nose, and it's hard because they're so strong. Fish it up through. Just like that. And there you go.
So it's on a jig head. You can fish it wacky style too, but this is a jig head. Man, he's gonna do it again. I can't even focus. So I can't even focus fast enough. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna focus on the water. Go ahead, make that cast.
Here we go.
So it just hit the water. You see it jigging. Oh my God, he grabbed it already.
I'm not even gonna fish.
Instant. Wow. Simple as that. Look at the snake. Look at the snake. Oh my gosh. Look at this. What the? I'll tell you what, there's one thing I don't like, it's snakes. We're gonna keep fishing now that he's gone, but you guys saw that. God, I can't even, they hit the fireworm so fast I couldn't even focus on it. He's gonna bring this to his hand and show you how easy it is to fish with the fireworm. Come on, fish. We're gonna let you go, but look at that. We're gonna go and focus on this. There goes the fireworm being jigged, and it was instant.
It's gonna go right back in there and get it back.
Really that simple.
Ready? Another nice Brook. Another peach fireworm.
This is just unreal, folks. Now, for years, we've wanted to fish the WMA here in North Georgia, and this is the Chattahoochee River WMA. I'll be honest with you, we were here about 3 years ago, right before the pandemic, and we came up here, and let me tell you, there were so many cars up in this area, we couldn't find a place to fish. We tried to fish it on a Friday. We got up there, and as we were looking for spots, the stocking truck was already up there, and people had basically guarded every single hole on the entire system. This was right before Memorial Day weekend, and it was so busy that we ended up leaving. We drove to South Carolina and fished down there. Now, today wasn't a day like that. Luckily, this time we got smart. We came up here on a Tuesday and fished the WMA after a weekend of heavy rain. Now, we did this on purpose. We knew, one, on a Tuesday there wouldn't be as many people up here. It's right before school gets out this time, so there's not going to be as many people up here. And after 2 days of heavy rains, most people stay home when it does that. Sure enough, we hit the jackpot finally here in North Georgia. And by jackpot, I mean we fished one hole, and in this one hole we caught over a dozen rainbows and a dozen browns, and we got out of there. And amazingly enough, this was the only hole in this little stretch we could fish. And by that we mean anybody that's been up to this area before here on the Chattahoochee River right upstream of the town of Helen knows that there's little steps that go down to the river, and there's several sections of them, and as they go down to the river they all go down to really nice holes. Well, this was the only one that we could find. All the other ones had vehicles, cars, anglers, people wading, swimming, you name it, up here utilizing the resource. And the one that we went down to proved to be a jackpot for us. It's just proof that if you use the right gear and you fish it properly, the 25,000 fish that they put up in this area each year, and by that I mean the Georgia DNR, is enough to go around
not everybody's going to agree with that statement, I know. Everybody wants more and more fish, but 25,000 fish is a lot. And this is a weekly plant that goes everywhere March, April, May, June into July. And every week they're stocking anywhere from, what we're told, 1,000 to 2,000 trout in this stream. That's a lot of fish, and sure, a lot of do get caught, but it just shows if you adjust your techniques and do what we did, you guys are going to have a great time up here. Now, our fish were caught on 3 baits. You know, we started with garlic salmon egg, and then we moved from the garlic salmon egg and we fished premium eggs. Now, premium, you guys call them the red label up here. Either one of them works. Now, both those were fished on size 12 and 14 fire hooks, and you'll see the famous fire floats that we use. We use as an indicator because we're catching and releasing fish. We want to be able to hook them in the mouth and safely release those so you guys could catch them. Now, what was most amazing to us today was the action with the peach and orange fireworms. You guys are going to see video after video, and you're just going to see these fish absolutely clobber these baits before we can even get the camera on them. They hit them. Now, fishing is not always this good for us. It's not always this good for you. Today, we got lucky. We hit a Tuesday after big storms, and these fish were still here. Hopefully, when you come up here to the WMA, the weekly plants by the Georgia DNR are available for you as well.
Pautzke products are available at sporting goods stores near you. If you can't find the specific color, size that you want, make sure to go to Pautzke.com. And as a thank you for watching Pautzke Outdoors, we're going to show you a coupon code to be used for 10% off your next order.